Okay, so um, let's all now little back, little context for the moment is I was really trying to go to sleep. And but yeah, there was this nudge, and when the nudge happens, I felt that it was especially like it was like, no, you got to get up and do this one. This one's actually important for the timing. And so we, as a collective, were being nudged to each of us um, cast our vote for the highest timeline, the highest vibrational timeline, and that it would happen in a way that would be the most effective and seamless way according to the higher knowledge, not just what we think, or how it should look. And then also being reminded, this is like a part B that I didn't get until right now. Um, being reminded that we are so far above these systems of man and what we've learned through quantum physics and reality surfing. And I know that that's not really what it's called, but there was a chick that copyrighted the frickin' phrase, even though she's not the Russian physicist who came up with it. I mean, go figure. How how absolutely like something. So anyway, I know that's not what it's called, but I'm working around the technology here. So reality surfing, we can remember that there's billions of possibilities out there in terms of timeline potentials. And the observer effect through the double slit experiment shows us that that the electrons, the matter of this universe, is being directed by our thought forms and by our collective consciousness. And so that's why it says all of creation is awaiting for the revelation of the sons and the daughters. Like this is the revelation, I think, in part, of course, there's a lot of to the revelation, but this is like one of the biggest nuggets because once we realize that we have this capacity, ability, and most importantly, responsibility, then we can start utilizing it effectively. So, first of all, don't be distracted by the things in the 3D because we could literally flip this whole timeline in 6 months from now and I don't mean this, I mean this all completely on an energetic, spiritual level. Like energetically, we're dealing with it from the higher realms, and then we know that the higher realms translate into the 3D. So it's like we deal with it in the spiritual through completely peaceful, often mostly for the most part, you're allowed to defend yourself. Um, but it's not in the way that like these low vibe solutions require. So anyway, it's just different because the transmutation of the energy actually dissipates the darkness as opposed to um and not that we all don't have both within us because we do, but and that doesn't make us evil. Um it's just part of it. But the thing is when you are on the journey, on the healing journey with the spirit of life, it handles things in a different kind of way. So anyway, two things, two takeaways. We can right now we as a collective choose to fully envision and say yes to and dream up what it would be like to have high vibrational, healed, whole individuals in all the different places of power on the planet, period. What it would look like. And this is let your kingdom come, your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. This is what that is. Like this is one of those ways we're pulling that, we're pulling that dimension here. We are we're transmuting the pollution here, and we are bringing in the vision of what it would be like for it to be something different than what it is now. And what I believe, real quick, is that when we read in the word and it talks about all of the like, you know, crazy timeline. Okay, wait, sorry. I'm speaking in in quantum language. Let me start at the beginning. Um, when it's talking about like all the craziness at the end times, quote unquote. Well, here's the thing. If this Russian physicist was right, and it sort of seems like he is, then it means like, yeah, of course that timeline's going to be happening. But there's also um, other timelines that you could attune to. We get to choose which one we receive. And it's funny because not funny, but in the Old Testament, he was like the creator was like, man, like will they ever enter my rest? Will they ever choose a different timeline? Will they ever enter my rest? And it's like we're here all instead of just wrestling with the pollution, we're all starting to learn how to transmute it, and it's starting to actually take make such a we've like as the collective have done enough work where it's actually starting to like take ground, shift atmospheres for real, like in not just I'm seeing like little dots on a map light up, and it's like it's not just the little tiny dots anymore. Now it's like regions. So, what else? Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Most High, for divine flow. And I just give thanks for the collective. We give thanks that we've made it this far. And we say yes to the highest vibrational timeline, the highest vibrational, whole, healed, noble, spirit filled, like as in like source connected people, vessels being in the places that they're meant to, in alignment with the highest good of the cosmos, in alignment with the pre-written intention of the creator for this place, like the good creator, the good one. Not that there's a bad creator, but what I'm saying is there's definitely like a what's it called? What's that word? There's a faker, counterfeit. Like there's a counterfeit, Anyway, man, this is getting deep, but I'm trying to keep this short so that people can hear it. Be blessed. Let me wait. Did I even finish the message? So we say yes to the highest timeline, and then part B was, oh yeah, just take peace because we don't have to freak out about whatever it looks like because the collective is going to shift everything anyway. Definitely also take time to ground yourself because the energies are crazy. So it's like, be aware of that. Even though it's cold and wet here, like where I live, so it's not like where you just go out and take your shoes off. It's cold out there and rainy. But if you can take your shoes off and get them in the ground, do that. Or touch a tree with your palms open, or get in the bathtub and like soak in the water. What's another option? Of course, remember to triple, quadruple up on your vitamin D because the sun, like we're outside less since it's cold. Remember to do that all the way through winter if you live like Northern California across and above. And water, being reminded, drink water, and don't panic. That reminds me, you gotta watch my mix of that song. It was my very first like mashup of two different songs. It's not good. It's not good, but it's awesome. I love it. I listen to it all the time, honestly, even though it's like I hear every little error, but it's still super dope. Okay, be blessed, be well, be free. Have a good one.